It's beer o'clock on Real Ale Craft Beer. It's time to open beer number 4 from the German Brewers Advent Calendar 2021. I've had a really good time reviewing these beers. Beer number 4. What I like about this kind of box set, this calendar box set, is you can see the beers on the side of the box, but you don't know in which order that you're going to get the beer. So, beer number 4, where are we? There we are, right in the middle, right on the clock today. All cans as well, all cans in this box. Vienna Lager. Vienna Lager meaning Vienna. Vienna Lager. Fingers crossed anyway. I think it is a Vienna Lager. 5.1% ABV. One of my favourite beer styles in the world is that classic Austrian Vienna Lager. Oh, can't wait to get into this one. I've had such a great experience with the first 3 beers. We've had a Weiss beer and 2 Helles Lagers to start off with. And, well, just to open a Vienna Lager for beer number 4. Wow, this is going to be great. So, without further ado, I am running out of glasses, by the way. Have I got a glass I can use? Weiss beer glasses. No, I think I'm going to have to use a classic. Yeah, I'm going to have to use a classic pint pot with this. Probably not the best glass for this beer review, but it's all we have for the moment. So on we go then. Let's get this beer out into a glass, see what we get. I had a really good sort out of my glasses, and because on the channel we review a lot of IPA, a lot of New England IPA and stuff like that, I kept a lot of IPA glasses to my... Shouldn't have done really, should I? Should have kept a couple of more lager glasses. Especially the way the channel's kind of going. I've really enjoyed my lagers in 2021. Is it just called a Vienna Lager? Is it just the name? Because that looks very light for a Vienna Lager. I think it's just the name. I don't think it may be. I mean, of course, this is a box set that I picked up in Costco. Cost me £56. That works out at about £2.30 a can. Maybe £2.40 a can. I've never tried any of these beers. I don't know what's coming out of the pack, out of the box there. So it's a case of kind of, I mean, I go into these beer reviews blind anyway. So I'm very used to going into these beer reviews blind. But it sounded like a Vienna Lager. It really did sound like a Vienna Lager, this one. It's obviously too light for a Vienna Lager, I would say. Good levels of carbonation, very small 1 finger white head, 5.1% ABV. I've noticed a lot of these beers in this box are, I mean, we've had 2 now which have been 5.1% ABV. In the UK, we're used to our round numbers. You see a lot of 4.6, a lot of 4.8, a lot of 5%. You never really see 5.1 or 5.3. It's we don't seem to like odd numbers here in the UK. It's always even numbers. That's something that I've picked up from this box straight away, is that there's a lot of odd numbers coming through. So clean and crisp, very, very lovely looking beer. Let's get the aroma. Actually, the aroma is slightly of a Vienna Lager. Normally a Vienna Lager for me are darker, a lot more kind of, they're a lot, if you like, they use a lot of red malt in a Vienna Lager. It smelled slightly smoked, unless it's my imagination. Crispy and hoppy, a little bit of malt character coming through. Let's dive in. Cheers, everybody. Yeah, I think regular lager. When I say regular lager, I don't mean like regular down the shop lager, 4 cans for £3 type of job. I mean like going into this, I wasn't kind of sure if it was going to be a proper Vienna lager. This is a lager, a good quality German lager. But it's definitely, if it's supposed to be a Vienna lager, then it's a very light tasting Vienna lager, and they've got the malt build all wrong. But then again, I'm slightly undecided on this one. It is very malty. It is very malty for a lager, and that is technically a Vienna lager characteristic. Now, is it my lack of knowledge with Vienna lagers that I've only, now forgive me if I am wrong on this one, I've only ever had Vienna lagers that have used like a dark Vienna malt, a red malt. It's what's throwing me in this review. It's what's making me go a little bit, because maybe you can use lighter malts for a Vienna lager, but usually it's a darker red malt. It's very tasty. It's a very malty lager. More like classic German export style lager. More malty, more export like. Definitely not like moving over to a Pilsner type where you're getting lots of bitterness. It's definitely more of an export, German export style lager. Again, I mean, there's not much of a description on the side of the can. There hasn't been with each of these beers. They've just, the 4 beers that we've reviewed in a row, we're still wearing the same clothing, of course. It's exactly the same Privatbrauerei Egerer. Not that it's the same, it's definitely a different brewery. But it's the same kind of imported to the US by international distillers. Of course it will be, it's in the same box. And then it's the same ingredient. Like, you got German first followed by English, but it's the same print as the rest of the cans. So we have, for the ingredients, water, barley malt and hops. 500ml can, 5.1% ABV. Who are the? Oh, we just said Egerer. I've had their Weissbier, Egerer Weissbier, and that was cracking. I've had that. I had that very early on in the year. Yeah, rating. Gonna rate it. It's nice, but confusing. If it was supposed to be a Vienna lager, then I think they got the malt wrong, personally. But then again, when I taste it, it's sweet and malty like a Vienna lager, but without that red malt. I think that's the best way that I can possibly dissect this beer into what it's supposed to be. I like it, but it's a 6 out of 10. 6 out of 10 because I'm very confused by it. Please put your comments in the comments box, subscribe to our daily beer and food reviews, give us a big fat thumbs up. Boom! Cheers!